DNA Studios. Step into a new dimension.
Hello guys, welcome back to another DNA Studios episode. And welcome back to DNA Studios, the YouTube channel where we talk about anime and all kinds of other cool stuff. My name is A. Goldman. I'm your host, and this is what I do. Welcome. If you're just joining us, please do subscribe. Get subscribed, as there's always more. So yeah, you're gonna want to get subscribed and make sure to get over here because there's more. Anyway, guys. Let's get into this. I have some announcements to make and some really cool stuff to get to. If you didn't notice, there's a reason why I'm dressed the way I am today, which I will be talking to you about very shortly. Anyway, first things first, some very, very sad news. I do want to take a moment to just remember this person and also very important person in everyone's childhood, I think. So if you guys didn't know, more recently in the news, Rachel, the voice for Misty, the voice actress for Misty from Pokemon, Jessie, and a bunch of other things, recently passed away. Very sad news. So I just want to take a minute to honor her memory and also everything she did, the work that she did. Very, very amazing voice actress, and just amazing person. So if we can just take one little moment here. Okay, guys. Sorry that I wanted to do that because that Pokemon has played a big part in a lot of people's lives. So has Digimon and a lot of other iconic shows from people's childhood. I know that for me, even if I wasn't a huge fan of Pokemon, I did watch the series, and a lot of the voice actors and stuff do play a big part in a lot of our childhoods. Whether or not you watched Pokemon or whether you're a fan of Pokemon, you've probably heard the voice actor and play other parts in other shows. So it's important to honor people's memories, and also important to just take a moment of silence for that person, to remember that person. I RIP, and I wish the family and everyone the best. I'm so sorry to hear this. It's very sad. Anyway, guys. So yeah, I was very sad to hear that. Anyway, there's a lot of other news I want to get into. So first things first, there was a big announcement from, I don't know if you guys have caught this, but on Instagram and also all over the world, I've been seeing this announcement. You guys know that I announced last time that Dragon Ball Super is back, and so is Dragon Ball, and also Demon Slayer is in its last arc. But there's other news, guys, and this was a big one. Now, okay, if you're a fan of other shows like One Piece, you might be a little disappointed, but not to start any fights or anything, but we all saw this coming. This is a big announcement, and this is really sick. So if this is a big news, and what a time to be a Dragon Ball fan, guys. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Super, which I know a lot of our audience are, you should be, because guess what? Dragon Ball is now back on top. That's right. It has overtaken One Piece and is now, again, the number one grossing show for Toei, and most profitable anime series once again. That's not the only thing, though. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, you're also going to want to know that there is some really interesting stuff announced for this year, 2024. So this is one of the announcements I've seen from Toei. Now, keep in mind, we're still getting Dama, which is awesome, which should be killer and should be awesome. But there's also this bit of news, which I have never seen this before, and this is announced. This I saw. Keep in mind, I saw this on Instagram, so take this with a grain of salt. I'm not sure how much of this is actually going to be, how much of this has officially been announced, but this was sick. So this was also announced, which was posted all over the internet. I don't know whether this means that we're going to see another arc coming after, if we're seeing something new coming out, or if this is the next arc after the Tournament Power, or if this is something new in Dragon Ball. I don't know, but this looked really, really interesting. So yeah, this kind of dark Majin Buu looking character on this, and with Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, and Goku in the eye there. Looked really interesting. This was announced on Instagram. So this looks really cool. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, what a time to be a Dragon Ball fan. So yeah, you guys should be really hyped. If you're not pumped for that, well, you should be. It's time to go Super Saiyan. It's time to pay. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so you guys should be hyped. I'm really hyped. I can't wait. There also is a couple other things that also have been that are out now that I'm really hyped. So yeah, Dragon Ball. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, you should be on top of the world right now because Dragon Ball is back, baby. Crunchyroll and also Netflix had a big hack, which is not good, guys. Anime has leaked. You might know that Ranma 1/2, along with a bunch of other new shows for 2024, the Netflix was compromised. Also, Crunchyroll took a hit, and a lot of stuff was leaked. So not good, guys. Anime is kind of gone so mainstream that we're seeing stuff leak. So yeah, be careful if you're using Netflix or if you're streaming where you're streaming, and also just kind of watch out, guys, because things are leaking, which is not great because that means that a lot of your creators and a lot of people doing behind your anime are being stuff is being leaked, which is bad, and that means that guys, it's not as when it actually hits the fan, when you actually see stuff, you're not gonna be as hyped because the stuff is already leaked, and it's not good for the creator either because the creator ends up not won't make another season, or just may not do well if it's leaked early. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing, guys. That's a big thing. But anyway, let me, which is really sad. I was a little unhappy to hear that because there was a couple shows that I was looking forward to watching for 2024 and beyond. So also, I believe Jujutsu Kaisen just was announced to do another series. Oh, the other thing too is that I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but recently, if you guys have been watching the Olympics, you'll notice that the fastest man in the world for the Olympics on the U.S. team was doing a Dragon Ball pose when he crossed the finish line and won the gold or the medal that he won. He was doing a Dragon Ball. He was doing a Goku pose, Kamehameha. As well as you also notice that the closing for the Olympics was a famous song from an anime, and how actually a lot of stuff in the Olympics has been actually anime related, where they've been using music from anime. So one of the ending themes to the Olympics was actually this song right here. I'm not gonna play a lot of it because I don't want to get copyright striked, but this song was actually in the ending of the Olympics. Now, not the words, but the tune was used at the end of the Olympics. So Demon Slayer was the closing for the Olympics this year. If you guys didn't notice and you guys haven't been watching. Also, other thing that's Dragon Ball related was that Ultra Instinct, the music for Ultra Instinct, yes, that's right. Ultra Instinct, whoops, not that. Ultra Instinct, the music for Ultra Instinct did play on the Olympics. When I don't know if you guys were watching the event for the men's running event, or the men's track and field event when they're running. Ultra Instinct played during the track and field event in the announcements. That's right, they played this music in the Olympics. So yeah, if you guys listen real closely, there is YouTube footage out there of, you can hear this playing in the background of the Olympics when they are announcing the men's event. So this did actually play, which is kind of cool. As well as a couple other things throughout the years have actually been played in the Olympics. So anime has hit the Olympics, guys, and also has kind of hit really hard recently with it going so mainstream. So yeah, especially Dragon Ball. There's a reason why Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super are so big and why they are the way they are. But yeah, guys, so that's some cool announcements, some cool stuff I wanted to mention. Okay, sorry about that. I found it. So it took me a little bit to actually pull it up. It was not bookmarked on my computer here, on this computer actually. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, like I was saying, there is another show I've been watching. The series I've been following recently is called a Berserk of Gluttony. Really awesome show. If you guys haven't checked this one out, it is pretty sick. When I found it, I was like, oh my god! I was like, what have I been missing? Where's this been all my life? So really cool anime. I just started it, so I'm not really. I don't have a lot to tell you guys except for just the main character. It's one of those shows where kind of the main character, the main protagonist, kind of starts out with, yeah, he has an ability, and he's kind of seems cool, but in the beginning he's very kind of he doesn't have much money. He's hungry, and he's not really that strong in the beginning. So it's one of those underdog stories, kind of like if you guys have seen there's a couple of you have seen a couple of shows like so there's oh shoot, I'm trying to think of another. So if you guys are familiar with your classic underdog story, where the main character may not be that, he starts out at the bottom and works his way up, kind of like Don Machi with Bell Cornell, where Bell is not the strongest at first and works his way up. Or there's also shucks, what's another one? There's a couple other underdog anime stories. I can't think of one actually off the top of my head. But anyway, the point is the character starts out from the bottom and works his way up and does get really powerful. But in this story, his power is gluttony, which is interesting. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, gluttony, wait, he's always hungry? Not quite. Not exactly. Yes, he's hungry. But in this story, it's a different kind of hunger where it's more like he has to fight demons and monsters in order to keep himself to keep his hunger and his kind of to keep himself full, or to keep himself satisfied, which there are a lot of demons, creatures, goblins, things like that in this show, where he can fight demons and goblins and stuff, which is sick. But in order to keep himself from kind of getting hungry and to keep his powers from going out of control, and also keep him from just kind of killing stuff, or killing innocent people and people in general, and from him getting out of control, he has to kind of hunt these monsters. And so it's not active in the first episode, but as he figures this out, as he finds this out, he eventually does figure out that, oh, wait a minute, not only is the skill actually kind of cool and this ability kind of cool, but he can also take on the abilities of some of the demons and people he fights. When he defeats them, or if he defeats them, or if he battles them, he can take on their abilities and unlock new skills and get really powerful. So it's a really awesome show. It has like kind of a dark feel to it actually, which is kind of cool. The animation looks really sick, and just a really interesting story. If you're into kind of the underdog story where the main character starts out weak and builds his way up and kind of becomes really powerful, sort of like Emerson Shadow, but not quite, since Shadow kind of was already pretty OP from the beginning, and just got more OP once he got his magic, and started training and stuff like that. But a little bit like that, it's more of like Shiver of a Failed Knight, where Shiver of a Failed Knight, the main character is kind of known as the weakest, or is kind of not very great because he doesn't have the abilities and the powers of others, but figures out later on, works his way up to being this amazing, sick, awesome, character that has a pretty cool sword skill and sword abilities, and can actually, defeat opponents that are much more powerful than him, and also that they have more abilities than him. So it's kind of similar to that, but not quite. With this one, the main character, like I said, does have the ability of gluttony, so he can kind of, when he defeats you and when he defeats his opponent, he can take on those abilities, and that fulfills him. And in order to maintain and kind of keep himself from going crazy and from going out of control, he kind of has to battle these creatures and monsters, and also just kind of fight demons and creatures to fulfill himself, and that kind of keeps him under control and balanced. But really cool series, Berserk of Gluttony. If you don't know, check that one out. It is kind of sick. I'm kind of hoping to watch more of it, as I've only seen like the first one or two episodes. It's got me on the edge of my seat. If you haven't already, check that one out. Really good anime. And then also, of course, check out the instant death ability. So yeah, guys, that's my video for you guys today. I hope you guys have all powered up. I hope you're ready for Dragon Ball Z when it comes back, because for Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, when it hits. And also, don't forget about Dama, because that's going to be sick. With that, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you get over here, because there's a lot more coming. And also, do get subscribed, because there might be a lot of if you don't subscribe. So yeah, get subscribed, and as always, guys, there will be more. And like I do in every video, your wish has been granted. Farewell. Peace, guys. Have a good one. I will see you in the next video.
Hi there. Please subscribe or follow DNA Anime Blog and DNA Studios on all of their social media platforms. Okay, bye!